Hey guys, good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm Jewel Tankard. So excited to have you guys here this morning. We have got some really, really dope information for you. So please go ahead and share this feed. Actually, let's turn down the volume. Leave maybe on one of them because I was getting just a little bit of feedback. Okay, great. So again, guys, thanks so much for jumping on. It's Monday. Woo! It's Monday. It's Monday. It's Monday. And I am excited and I'm ready to win and I'm focused and I'm ready to take as many as people as I can with me. Honestly, I'm an extremist. Hey, Millie Mill, what's up, girl? I got an idea too. I made a couple calls, so we'll talk about that after Mill. But yeah, I'm an extremist. Actually, my personality is extreme, which has really worked for me, Willa, because it's caused me to be able to help a lot of people and help myself. And everyone has, we're all growing and we're all going up together. And that's amazing. I think one of the first things you got to do is identify who you are, what your strengths are, and work your strengths. I mean, just run them. So I'm excited to have you guys on here. Hey, Angela. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Nikki. Guys, go ahead and share this feed. This is going to be a really powerful call this morning. I have a very, very good girlfriend of mine on that I could not be prouder of, right? You're definitely going to want to hear her story. So definitely make sure that your guests are on there. Go ahead and share your feed. Those of you that are trading already, go ahead and start your watch parties, right? People are trying to figure out, what does 2020 look like? What does this new world look like? What are the new rules of money? What should I be doing with my money? How should I invest? How should I be moving? Like, everybody's trying to figure that out. And we have been so blessed because we have the answer. We have the information. And so today we're actually going to be looking at a chart that I have come to become very fond of this chart, and I've been able to make a lot of money from it. Also, I want to welcome Lee Allen is on here with us this morning. You guys can see her screen. So shout out to Lee this morning. I'm going to let her share her story. Also, shout out to Willa, who actually reached out to me. I don't know, Willa, how long ago has it been now?
18 months.
Oh my God, yes, long yes. I love it, I love it. So she reached out 18 months ago. Her life is definitely changed as a result of that. And so, I'm just really, really grateful for what we have. And I'm grateful for you guys to be able to hear this morning, because at the end of the day, the way to become wealthy is education. Educate. I cannot stress that enough. You don't want to stay in the dark. You want to put yourself in a position where you educate yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with prayer, and then we'll go ahead and open up this call so we can get the beautiful Lee Allen and Willa on here, because I want you guys to hear from them real life stories from everyday people. So Father, we just bless you this morning. We thank you. We honor you. We thank you, God, so much that you've been so kind to us. You've been so gracious to us. You've been so loving toward us. I thank you, Lord, that we are the apple of your eye, and that you love us, and that you have a big plan for our lives. Now, God, I thank you for focus. I thank you for intelligence. I thank you for the spirit of comprehension and understanding, to understand these ideas quickly and easily. I thank you for massive wealth being transferred into our lives every day and in every way. Old and new money coming to us from multiple sources and in increasing quantities every single day. I thank you, Lord, that we dominate the markets and that the wealth transfer is running into our lives every day and in every way. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, guys, excited. So I'm going to go ahead and get started this morning, and definitely, guys, go ahead and share this feed. Definitely start your watch parties. You definitely want your friends and your family and your loved ones to hear this. This information is probably, there's not a lot of platforms. As a matter of fact, Sean, Forex education is the number one. We have the number one Forex educational platform because we've had the ability, Jeremiah, to create really like a wealth family. And I remember I had made a lot of money with Lee Allen in a prior partnership that we were a part of. And when I saw this opportunity to trade foreign currency, I thought it was very innovative. It was very tech. And I knew that this was something that Lee would you know, I was like, I know that she would like this. I know that she could get it. If I can get it, she can get it. Because when I first saw this chart that y'all looking at right now, I was like, child, I don't know, it's going to take Jesus and the heavenly host to help me understand all of this right here. But I called Lee. And the first couple months, she was resistant, and I just stayed on it because I was like, Lee, I promise you, you can get this. And so, Lee, I want you to come on. And now I have to say, she is one of our top educators in the company. I'm so very proud of her. She's been able to do a lot. She's been able to accumulate assets, appreciating assets. She's been able to get out of debt and really help a ton of people. Her students love her. So, Lee, I'm so excited to have you on, girl. Good morning.
Can everybody say pajama boss?
Can we say what?
Pajama boss.
Pajama boss. Yay!
I am the biggest pajama boss you know.
I love it. I tell you.
Okay. So guys, Dr. Jewel's like, hey, Lee, can you get on? And we're going to go over some of this trading that we're doing. And I was like, oh, yeah. I had no clue what we were doing today. I didn't know I'm going to be all over Facebook Live. And she's like, you got to turn your video on. I was like, no, I'm in my pajamas. And so anyway, here I am. But that's okay because we can make money in our pajamas every day. And I love it. So Dr. Jewel, you know, one of the things that she said is just so true. That is one of the most persistent businesswoman I've ever known. But I love her for it. You know, I love that that's who she is, because when she was telling me about this trading thing 4 years ago, I was so clueless and I was so not interested because I had never done anything like this before, and nor did I ever have any desire to do this. At the time, I had 3 home-based businesses that I was doing. I was working myself around the clock, 17 hours a day at least. And so I had no time for something else. You hear me? I know that right now we're in quarantine, but normally people say, I don't have time. Well, you know, Dr. Jewel kept on for about 3 months. She kept sharing some of her success. And finally, I was like, oh my God, what is it? And so I will tell you honestly that my biggest regret about trading is that I wasted 3 months, that I didn't start 3 months sooner. All right. Because no, I did not know anything about this. I had never, I mean, obviously I knew what trading was. We had investments, you know, that's what Charles Schwab and Edward Jones, you know, that's what Wall Street was for. That's what they did. And so, but not me. But I tell you, when I joined, I will let you know, number one, this is going to be a new language. You're going to feel like you're in a Greek geometry class. I don't know Greek and I don't care for geometry. All right. But I want you to know that if you are really serious about doing something different, learning a skill that can absolutely change your life. You know, I've heard people go, you can change your zip code. Well, you can. You can change your zip code. We changed ours from U.S. to Caribbean. So anyway, what I want you to know is that this is not something that is ordinary. All right. This is not ordinary. It's not an ordinary skill, and it's not ordinary money. Okay. This is extraordinary. So for me and my family, it has done so much for us. You know, we were in the custom home, or still are in the custom home building industry. Mm-hmm. It had tanked for 7 years. And, you know, my husband is diligent in what he does. And, you know, and he's consistent, and he has stayed in that industry, and it has, you know, come back around for us. But what happened was, you know, we'd lost all of our equity, all of our savings, everything was gone, and we had to start over. So now his building buddies because we like to go scuba diving. And so his building buddies are always like, how can you guys go to the Caribbean every 6 or 8 weeks? What are you doing different now? And he says, my wife trades. So I just want to leave that with you. I didn't learn this overnight, but once I started trading, I fell in love with it. And I got so laser focused that for me personally, I was able to leave behind my other businesses and focus on this one because I saw that this right here was going to do more than all 3 of those combined. And when I tell you that it did, it does. All right. So back to you, Dr. Jewel.
Lee, you just dropped all kinds of mics. I love you. I am very proud of you. I saw you when you signed up, you jumped in here and you're like, it's time to grow. You saw that there was a real opportunity. I like what you said. This is not common money, guys. You have an opportunity to put yourself in a very uncommon space with uncommon wealth, with uncommon people that are willing to support you and help you. Now, I want to go over really quickly to Willa. Willa, you reached out to me. Tell me where you first kind of saw me and what I was doing and kind of talk about your story, because then you reached out to me and yes, I just want them to hear. This is everyday people. Guys, share this feed right now. You have family and friends that need to hear this information, right? And let me say this, even if you're doing quote unquote well, I like what Lee said. You want to put yourself in a position to educate yourself to make uncommon money, so that you can have uncommon wealth and make uncommon decisions, okay? So Willa, take us away, girl.
Well, thanks, Dr. Jewel. Listening to you and Lee just gives me chills. I saw Dr. Jewel about 18 months ago at an event where she was a keynote speaker for us. And when I saw her hold up her cell phone and said, this could be an ATM, I was like, huh? What is she talking about? So I started following her on her website. And I thought, well, okay, I'm going to give this a try. So that's how I was introduced to Dr. Jewel Tankard. And then praise the Lord, I'm from Texas. So praise the Lord, she hooked me up with Lee Allen. And I have been on Lee Allen's bandwagon on that journey with her for 18 months. So I am a retired educator. I do have another business. I just truly, truly believe in what Ecclesiastes says about having multiple streams of income. So that's why I'm here, and that's why I'm staying the course, Dr. Jewel. Lee has taught me so much, and I am in it to win it.
Yes, girl, yes. And so you've started trading different pairs. And so let me break down for you guys. Thank you, Willa, for that. We have the ability to trade foreign currency. So let me tell you what that is basically by definition. It's basically just saying that, you know what, I can trade one currency for another, right? So if all of us were to pack up and go to London, when we got to London, we would have to trade it for the dollar or for the euro, right? So if we got more euros back, or if the value of the euro was greater than the value of the dollar, we would get less euros back, right? Or if we were to go to Africa, we would have to trade the dollar for the rand. Or if we were to go to Australia, we would have to trade the dollar for the Australian dollar. So it would be like USD AUD. Or if we were going from Great Britain to Japan, we would be trading the Great Britain pound versus the Japanese yen. So basically what this does is it puts us in a position to be able to trade in 2 countries and their 2 currencies, and everything literally happens from our cell phone, which is so powerful, right? And so Lee got over here and got really good studying the charts, helping a lot of people. And she got so good that she created her own strategy, right? And now this strategy is a part of our I Am Master Academy platform. And there are a lot of people making a lot of money from it. To sign up, and let me tell you, I believe this is for every person. You sign up one time for $234, or for those of you that want to learn about cryptocurrency, you sign up one time for $324. Your monthly fee is going to run you right around $174. But I do this every single morning, Monday through Friday, because I want the average person to know they can do it. So it's very, very easy for us to help you get your two. So Lee, I want to turn it back to you, beautiful. And will you just kind of break down what we're looking at? Because for most people, this is brand new and they're like, where do we start? I want you to see how easy it is. And of course, when you pay your tuition, you're going to learn the details, and you'll keep having the repetition, because to learn this, you have to keep it before your eyes and your ears. Okay. So Lee, take us away, girl.
Absolutely. Okay, guys. So I know when I first started looking at these charts, I had no clue what this meant. It just looked like a wackadoodle heart monitor or blood pressure monitor or something. It did not make any sense to me. I didn't know what anything meant. I didn't know that these were called candles. I didn't know that this was a moving average. I didn't know that these were support and resistance lines. I knew nothing. And all of those words meant nothing to me. So as you, let me just put a little more simple chart up. Hang on just one second. Here we go. So what happens is as you come on board, you're going to go through what's called our basic academy. And so it's going to explain the very, very basic things that you're going to see on here. But once you've gone through the basic academy, then you want to start learning a strategy. So how many of you guys have heard the simple little strategy that says you sell high and you buy low? I mean, I didn't know anything about trading, but one thing I did know was that whoever did the buying and selling, whoever those people were, that's what they did. That when they were buying and selling stocks, that they wanted to sell when things got high and were coming down, and they wanted to buy when price was low going up, right? So in our academy and in our training, that's basically what we're teaching you is when is it low and when is it high. So with the particular chart that you're looking at, this is called pivots, and it's in our IM Mastery Academy. And we have different educators for it, but this is my baby. So this is one of the things that I was able to create and to add to IM Academy. So it's very, very simple to me. And let me see if I can just go to let me look right here. All right. So what happens is when the market comes down into these lower areas down here, then it signals to us, the chart signals to us, keep a good eye, get ready. The market's come down, it's dipping low, and we want to get ready to buy. So this particular pair here is the NAS 100. You guys have heard of the S&P, you've heard of the NAS, you've heard of, oh my gosh, my mind just went blank, the Dow Jones. Guys, these are just some of the things that it's really funny because my husband will come in and he'll say, oh, I just heard the Dow was up like 800 points. And I'm like, I know, baby, look, it's right here. It just went up. And he's like, oh, okay, it's on my screen. And so it's so cool because I remember too, I'm kind of diverting, but I remember too, I don't know if you guys ever watch Bloomberg or any of the financial channels and stuff, and they would be talking about EUR-USD and all of these different Forex pairs. And it was all, Greek to me. I had no idea what they were saying, but it's so cool now because before they ever talk about it on television, we've already seen it in our charts and we already know what it's doing. And we can see they'll say, oh, the NAS is up 800 points. And we're like, yeah, I know, look, because we bought it here, or maybe we bought it here. This is more like where I would have bought it. And it went up there and it's up 718 points. right there. And so what happens is, guys, we have all of these little things that give you clues, that teach you how to look at the market, know when to get in, know when to get out. So for me, it's really simple. I get in here, I get out there. I get in here, I get out there. So every time, that's 700 points. That's 762 points. So every time that the market does this, we get to make money. All right. We get to catch, we catch something called pips. And I know that that's like really foreign, and I don't want to go into that, but pips equal money. Let me just tell you that. All right. Pips equal money. We have a little video that you watch. It's called "What is a Pip?" So you can learn exactly what a pip is, how to count them, and you're going to know when to get in and get out of the market. All right. It's just like, here's a clue right now. The market is bouncing. Look at this. See how the market came up and tested this line right here? And it's tested it again. And then look, it bounced down. So right now, by this right here, this third test, we would have sold. All right. Because we would have known, hey, the market was rejected off this price. And so now we would be selling. So then we were making 700 pips up, 700 points up, 700 points up, 700 points up. Now we're already making 700 points down. All right. Looks like it's going to go back up and test it again. All right, guys, I know that I'm making it sound like, oh my gosh, this is so simple. Look at that. Really, it's a master skill. So this is one of those things that when you come on to learn how to trade, you don't say, well, I'm going to give it 30 days. I'm going to give it 60 days. Well, I just want to tell you right now that you're going to decide in advance. Do I want an associate's degree in trading? Do I want a bachelor's degree in trading? Do I want a master's or a PhD? And I want to let you know right now, for me, it's PhD all the way. All right. And I would recommend at least a bachelor's for you. All right. But
hey, Lee, this is excellent, by the way. I just want to say a couple things, couple comments. So the green rectangles, we call those candles, or the red rectangles, we call those candles. That represents where price is. And if you guys look on the right, those numbers are exactly where what we call price action is. That's letting us know. Now, we want to give a treat, if we can, to those that are on here trading with us. So, Lee, it looks like it may go back up and test R6. And I see R6 is the red line to the right. And notice Lee has done a great job on her strategy at using primary colors, right? So the colors are our friend. Those are what you call the pivot lines. So if a person if we wanted to give a treat on the NA, on the NAS, it could possibly, looks like it could be headed back to the R6. And then we'll have to see, either it'll pierce the R6, which is what we call the pivot line, and keep going up, or either possibly go in for a sell, or depending on if it rejects it or not.
Yeah, so right now, I'm just going to take a little bit closer look at it here. So right now, if you were wanting to get into this trade, I would just buy it to 8867.19. Right there, 8867.19.
Love. Yeah, and then after that, we'll kind of see if it's gonna either pierce R6 and keep going up, or possibly fall.
Right. Exactly. So after that, we want to see what happens there. And then we'll decide if we want to keep buying, or if we're going to turn around and sell.
Okay. I love it. Okay, great. That's good. That's good. Willa, do you want to say anything? I love for them to learn from different minds.
Yeah, Dr. Jewel, I will say that with this pivots that Lee's created, I won't trade without it. I mean, if there's a time when the scanner may be down, I just won't trade, because the pivots strategy is so accurate. If you don't have pivots, if you're not in yet, I would definitely say you really want to learn this pivots strategy, because Lee teaches it and it works well. But I just want to say to Dr. Jewel that it's so important to stay engaged. When I joined, I knew I had no idea, like Lee mentioned, what this was. It was like a foreign language to me, but I just felt like I committed to myself to stay in the game, get on the academies, go live with Lee. A lot of great educators out there, but yeah, that's what I want to lead into the conversation.
TP hit.
Woohoo!
I was in it too.
Yeah, so that means that just in this moment, if you would have placed that buy, the take profit, you would have made money just that fast. Right? Yeah, that's huge. That's huge. Guys, this is why it's really important. And this is why this educational platform is so easy. You literally can get on here and you can get pivots by going, for those of you that are already signed up, you would go onto your back office and just add it on. It's up under IM products. You can just add pivots on there. For those of you that are not signed up, I would want to really encourage you to get back with the person that invited you on here. Get back with that person whose watch party that you're watching, because this education, like she said, it really starts correlating to the news as you're listening to it. I also want to really encourage you because she trades live with her students. Tell us, Lee, when can people see you live and get on with you? What are your times? I think you're on Wednesdays.
I'm on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. I'm in the process of changing up some of my times, but I'm on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then I do spontaneous sessions a lot on Mondays and Fridays. We basically trade every day.
Kathy said, hey, she said she sees that cloud.
Yeah.
Kathy's another amazing educator as well that's on here, and we learn from one another.
Yes.
When you guys first, for those of you that are signing up, when you first sign up, the first thing you're going to do is we're going to have you watch some.
Dr. Jewel,
What?
I'm going to trade to 8886.
Let's do it.
I'm buying to 8886 right now.
8886. Fine. All right. 8886. Okay, on the NAS. So we just bought. Woohoo! I love it. We just bought on the 8886. I see Auntie Jeannie on here. Huge congrats to Auntie for hitting P5000 yesterday.
Whoa, that's awesome.
That was awesome. I'm in blue already. That's awesome. Okay, NAS, buy, take profit 8886. All right, wonderful. Yep, it pierced that R6 nicely. Okay, I love it. Okay, so let's look at Lee. Why don't you give us a little bit of, okay, L'Oreal says she's in the trade. Guys, it's just as easy. For those of you that are watching that are guests and you're saying, what's going on? You can be a part of this. This is how we trade. We trade together. Even after Lee's been in here, Kathy's been in here, I've been here for 4 years. That is what we call an indice, Jeremiah, and it's NAS 100. The NAS 100. Will you break down what the NAS 100 is, Lee?
The NAS 100 is 100 top tech stocks. And so and the US 30 is the top, these are just indices, is the top 30 corporations, like my mind just went blank, but top 30 corporations like Walmart, Google, the Alphabet, corporation, Amazon. And so NAS 100 is the top tech. And then the S&P 500 is, I can't remember the 500 corporations. I used to have the list. I don't even know what they are anymore. But so whatever happens with stocks in the market, when stocks are rallying or going up, then your NAS goes up. So basically what happens is it's like you're trading all 100 of those stocks at one time, or all 30 of those stocks at one time. So when they go up as a group in total, then we're buying and selling. So the NAS 100s, this is called indices, and so, or CFDs, and they're great. We actually, have a blast with them because they move really fast. And so, you know, once you started trading for just a little while and, you know, you've got a good grip on, you know, on what you want to do and trade in the market, this is one of those things that, that you like when you want some extra caffeine in your morning.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so let's do another analyzation. And again, this is for the average everyday person. Willa never traded before. Lee never traded before. I never traded before. You know, we had, you know, worked with advisors with Merrill Lynch and Smith Barney, but we don't have a Series 6. This is just a platform for the everyday person.
Yes.
Nothing about trading, to put themselves in a position to educate themselves so that they can be in a position to begin to make uncommon money.
Okay.
Now,
so right now, this is the USD CAD, and I would sell it to 1.40381. I would sell it to 1.40381. That's the S0 on pivots. 1.40381 selling. I'm selling it. I can't tell you what to trade. Here you go. Let me just give you a little something here. So, like Dr. Jewel was saying, we're not licensed Schedule 6 traders. We are educators. So with students, we can't tell you what to trade. We can tell you what we're trading. So I'm selling USD CAD. My take profit is 1.40381. You will choose to take the trade or not. In the beginning, you're going to be in a demo and you're going to be practicing. And once you decide, hey, I can see how to enter these trades when our educators buy and sell, I can see how to enter it, how to manage it, all of that good stuff. So you decide that, you know, this is something you want to, do in a live account. And then you can go to a live account and start entering these trades. You're never going to risk your own, live money until you've decided that it's time for you to do that. But so when we tell you I'm buying or I'm selling, that just lets you know as an educator, that's what we're doing. All right. I just wanted to clarify that, Dr. Jewel.
Yeah, no, that's important. That's important. Yeah, we simply are just recommending, and this is what we do periodically throughout the day. Guys, the market's open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. So you might say, well, I work during the day. Well, you could trade at night, or you might say, I'm actually up in the middle of the night. You could actually trade in the middle of the night. The market's open 24 hours. And so we have amazing instructors like Lee Allen, Captain Kirkland. We literally have access to over 100 educators in this space that will work with you and trade with you live, where you can ask questions and that kind of thing. So we can see. So let's look at UCAD again. Let's analyze that again really quickly for the person that's watching. Also, Lee, if you can go over the time frames, and then if we can run back over to NAS just so they can see. Yes, US CAD was a sell. The take profit on that was 1.40381. I'll put that in the comments as well.
Yeah, it's about 3 pips from hitting TP right now.
Oh, okay, too late. Don't get in if you weren't already in. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, Lee. Oh, wow. So it's almost there, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. Can you go over those time frames really quickly?
Sure. Okay. So whenever you see these candles right here, what this is, this candle, I'm on a 15-minute time frame. So what that means is that this candle the market moved from here to here during that 15-minute time period. So let me just kind of give you a little bit. So during this time period right here, see this green candle? The market was from here, moved from here to here. That means the price moved up, it moved down, it moved up, and then it closed. And the next 15 minutes at not, like say, it's every quarter hour, every 15 minutes. So like at 9:15, this candle, look at this. See how tiny it is? So the market didn't move very much during this 15 minutes. It came down and up, and then it just closed right there, opened here, went up and closed, and then this candle started. So like at 9:30 to 9:45, it closed. This candle opened at 9:45. 9:45, candle came down, candle closed here, 10 o'clock. See, every 15 minutes you get a new candle. So if you go to the 30-minute time frame, now this candle is going to be 2 of those 15-minute candles. So maybe on the 15-minute, it opened here and closed here, and then a new candle formed, and it opened here and closed here. Well, this is every 30 minutes. This lets you know where the market moved during this 30 minutes. Same thing. Look how the market got in here and dropped. Price just dropped. So what this means, guys, is this. This is USD CAD. So that's the US dollar and the Canadian dollar, right? So what this means is CAD is the second name here. See, can you see that? Let me see where you can see it. Yeah, right there. So this is the US dollar and the Canadian dollar. So what that means, guys, is that right here at this very moment, I'm going to make this nice and thick so you can see it. At this very moment right here, every dollar was worth 1.4066 Canadian dollars. So if I went and said, I want $1, they would have said, great, you owe me 1.4066 Canadian dollars. Okay, there's the exchange. And then look what happens. All of a sudden, price dropped down here. So 30 minutes later, I could have gone to the exchange booth and I could have said, I want $1 US. And they would have said, great, you need to give me 1.4047 Canadian dollars. Does that make sense?
It does.
See how this works? So what this is the foreign exchange, right? So we're exchanging Canadian dollars for US dollars. So what we do in this realm is that we are analysts. You are learning to be a trade analyst, okay? So people say, what do you do? I'm a trade analyst. Really? What is that? What do you do? I buy and sell gold and oil all day. I love it. People are still looking at you like, what do you do? It's awesome. I love telling people what I do. In short, I just usually say I'm a day trader. But if you really want to pique their interest, you just say, I buy and sell money all day. So what we do is we have these charts and we have strategies that teach us how to decide whether money's going to go down or whether money's going to go up. Okay, that's all we're doing is we have charts where we can read the chart and decide, is money going down? And pivots told us right here, I know it doesn't make sense to you, but pivots told us right here that money was going to come down. All right. And so we would have sold, and we did. As a group, we're selling USD CAD. All right. It came down here to the bottom pivots. This is where it normally will stop and bounce up. And so we buy a little. So we sell and we buy. That's all we're doing is we're buying and selling money all day. You never physically. Now, this was the one thing that got me. I was like, okay, I just bought it. Where's it at? This was me in the very beginning, Dr. Jewel. I'm like, how am I going to sell it if I don't have it in my hands? Right. Guys, it's technology. So it's all day long. And let me just tell you something. This is not a gimmick and it's not gambling. And I want you to listen really good here. This is something I want you to know. This is what the banks do every day with your and my money. Now I want you to hear me. Bank traders are some of the largest traders doing this exact thing right here. The only thing is the profits they make, they don't put back into your account. Those go to the bank. Okay? So banks, governments, hedge fund managers, corporations, and people like George Soros, who's one of the wealthiest men on the planet, made $1 million trading in one day selling the Euro USD. No, I'm sorry. That's not true. He made $1 billion with a B. Okay. Now, so I want you to understand it's not a gimmick. It's not a hoax. It's not one of those MLM things. Okay. This trading is real. Trading is done every day all over the world. It's a $6.7 trillion a day industry. That means $6.7 trillion a day is traded in the market every single day. Okay. So I just wanted to make sure that you understood that this is for real and that it's not gambling. It is a way that you can legitimately learn a skill that can change your legacy. Back to you, Dr. Jewel. Oh, I think I lost her. Did I lose Dr. Jewel? I think I did.
Can you hear me, Lee?
There you are.
Oh, this is Willa. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Okay. So I think we've lost Dr. Jewel.
I'm right here. I'm back. Okay.
There you are. Okay.
Somebody was at the door and I was like, where's
well, I didn't even see your little screen there. So I thought for sure I lost you.
Oh, yeah. No. Can you see my face?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
No,
cool.
I can't.
Oh, you can't?
I only see mine.
Oh, okay. I think I made it that way. Willa, can you just see her face as well? Willa, hit on mute.
Oh, my bad. I just see me because her chart was enlarged.
Okay, good. Okay, yeah, that's what I wanted. Okay.
There we go. There we go.
Okay, I just changed it back.
Okay.
To learn how to work this too. This was amazing. So guys, this is what I want to recap and do. Lee, first of all, you're an amazing instructor. Thank you. And I love how she color-coded everything. And this is what I like to tell people. If you can count to 10 and you know your ABCs, you can trade. Like really, you can trade. This is for the everyday person who says, you know what, I'm ready to make some uncommon wealth. You just have to stick with it. You're not going to become good at anything if you treat it like a hobby. But if you make a decision that I'm going to keep staying with it, I'm going to keep staying with it, I'm going to keep staying with it, I'm going to understand it, because the market can only move three ways. Up, then that's when I place to buy. Down, that's when I place to sell, or sideways, and we call that consolidation. We're going to teach you the basics of trading, right? So I know when you first look at this and maybe like, oh, but I promise you, you stick with it, keep it before your eyes, keep it before your ears. You can ask questions. And yes, Atha, we are all in this together. So guys, I want you to get back with the person that invited you on here. And those of you that did watch parties, please follow up with those people, because a lot of people right now are looking to understand and learn the new rules of money. Willa, thank you so much for your testimony. You were amazing, girl. And Lee Allen, yes.
She's killing it. So I have to tell you this because she's not going to say it. She is killing it. She's making her goal every day. Yes. I am so proud of her.
Yes.
Because of what you've been teaching me, and Jewel, I thank God every day that I saw you that August day in Savannah, Georgia, and that you then hooked me up with Lee Allen here in Texas. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. So guys, again, that's the blessing. We are all putting ourselves in a position to make our daily goals, whatever your daily goal is, whatever you can imagine. I promise you, you can have it. We can't give you numbers on here, but just know it definitely can happen. You just have to stay with it and get educated. So again, get back with the person that invited you on here. Those of you that have watch parties, make sure you follow up with your people. Let's make it a great day. And we're going to have Lee Allen back on here again really soon.
Yay.
All right, bye, everybody. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Okay.